Hello and happy Sunday. We're putting 4th of July weekend to bed here. I've got 4% battery because, well, I was on my phone a lot today. So we'll make today quick. But back to the Apple Store, annoyingly. So I had the top case issue and the display issue. They took care of that. I got it back. Everything worked fine. But I noticed after a few days, music sounded different. Things sounded bizarre coming out of the speaker. So I went into settings, accessibility. I turn on mono mode so it's not sending separate left and right channels. Then go into Apple Music and play a couple different songs, and then I go into like settings, sound, and I'm dragging a little slider between left and right. And I thought there must be a keyboard shortcut for that slider between left and right speaker, because every once in a while it's just like, why isn't my right speaker working? And I go in there and the thing slid all the way to the left, so the cat walks across the keyboard, something like that. This time it was still in the middle, and then I thought, shit, there's a hardware issue here. There's got to be some sort of problem, because the left side sounded bright and crisp and as it should sound, nice, healthy treble response. The right side was just like there was a towel or a hand over the speaker. You know, you couldn't hear it very well. It was really just kind of dull sounding. Got a good song playing that had some high notes in it, and slid the thing left and right. Left side's nice and crisp, right side sounds like shit. So do a little bit of research, do a hardware test, you know, Command D when you boot up, whatever that is. Hardware test comes back okay. Couldn't find anything else in accessibility about that. I tried different sources. I tried YouTube Music, Spotify, whatever. It all sounded the same. So to me, it was a hardware issue. So I made the Genius appointment today, took it in, explained the issue. They did kind of the same troubleshooting steps that I did. And they determined that they need to replace the top case again, of course, under the warranty of the recently replaced parts. Here's what's super annoying. So before I went to the Apple Store, I did a little bit of research. What would it look like to just replace the speaker? And I wanted to see the speaker. Is it one connector? Is there a connector for the low, like a bass response, and another one for the tweeter in the speaker assembly? No, it's one connector. Not to say it's installed right, as Nate's pointed out, but the iFixit teardown speaker replacement guide shows the speaker available used for $50. And I thought if I could just pop the back cover off and replace the thing in 15 minutes, I'll just pay the $50 so I don't have to be without the computer. That's not the case. It's a 73-page write-up on iFixit on how to replace that speaker, because apparently the speaker is one of the first components, probably the first component, installed in the top case as the computer's assembled. It's actually glued in. You've got to use some sort of rubbing alcohol to partially dissolve the adhesive, put it at an angle, 3 drops, wait for it, scrape the stuff off, remove the logic board, remove the trackpad, remove the battery, remove the display, the lid angle sensor. I mean, could I do it? Sure. But this is why I have Apple Care. I'm not going to go through and what if I screw it up? That's not covered in the warranty. If I break something, just break a tab or bend a pin for the trackpad, now I've made a real mess out of it. So very annoyingly, back to Apple today, goes back to Tennessee for another top case. Of course, completely covered, but I can't run a business with no computer for 4 or 5 days. So I buy another one, backed up the original, restored the backup to the new one today. This time I went with silver M3 Max, 48 gigs of RAM, terabyte SSD, best I had available in the store. So that's done. I'll be using that for a couple days. I'm just very frustrated with this. It seems like everything I have is falling apart between the M5 coil packs. I've got an issue with the 540 right now, which I'll explain more later, and the MacBook. It's just frustrating. So that is happening. Kenan just left, came up tonight for some fillets. We had drumsticks for dessert, which I hadn't had in years. Takes me back to like leisure time, the pool we used to go to in Ohio. We'd go up there about 3 o'clock for an afternoon snack, and my grandfather would buy us some drumsticks. And if you don't know what that is, it's like an ice cream cone filled with ice cream. It goes over the cone, there's chocolate on top, and then nuts on top with caramel in the middle. It's really good, and they're cheap. And I'm sure they're not healthy, but they're freaking delicious. Tomorrow's Monday. We're starting an absolutely crazy week. I've got 2 cars coming in tomorrow. We have a ton of work to do with the ongoing projects that are still cooking. Just a whole hell of a lot. And then I've got to drop off a car, pick up another car. It's going to be a lot of Ubering this week, but my dad's back in town, which is good. I've got some Gatorade to take up to the shop. I'm loading in the towels now that were cleaned this weekend, and I am going to bed. My feet hurt, my back hurts. It's time to rest. So, hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy 4th, even though it is now the 7th. And I'll talk to you on Monday. Night.